Hi, my name is Liz Pemberton, and this is my CTRI submission video. All right, we can go ahead and get ready to mount. So Kirsten, I'm gonna have you fully check your tack. Make sure you check your bridle, that everything is adjusted correctly, your girth is appropriately tightened, and when you roll your stirrup down, if you could double check your stirrup leathers for fraying. And Miss Terry, I will have you be our offside on this side, and I'm just gonna check the stirrup leather as well, and check our girth. Hi, Caspian, good boy. All right, I'm gonna bring over your mounting block. When you get on, you're going to put your left leg in the stirrup and swing your right leg up and over and sit down gently. That was a lovely, gentle sit there. Do you have your stirrup on the other side? All right, I'm just gonna move this block out of the way and then double check your girth to make sure that it's adequately tightened now that you're on. Good boy, Caspian. Okay, to walk on, I'm gonna have you sitting up nice and tall, holding your reins correctly. You're gonna say the words walk on and give a nice gentle squeeze with your legs. Miss Terry, if I could have you put our mounting block back in the corner so that it's out of our working area. Thank you. All right, so to start off our day, we always want to warm up because it's gonna help you loosen up your body and help Caspian loosen his up and prepare you for the pattern that we have also already discussed on the ground as well. The first thing that we're going to warm up is our bends. So as we're going into our corners, you can use your inside rein and your inside leg to create a bend so that you can see his inside eye. I also want you to use your outside leg to help balance his shoulder. And if you feel like he's blowing out at all, you can also use your outside leg to kind of create a barrier there. The second thing we're going to talk about is our half halts. So our half halt is kind of like a pause. I like to think of it as coiling up our spring before we utilize that energy and move it forward. We often use a half halt in our upwards transitions or to regain our horse's attention. So when we half halt, we're gonna tighten our core and we're slowly gonna bring our hands back just a little bit. You can sometimes just do a little bit of a hand squeeze like you're squeezing two sponges together. So let's go ahead and practice that half halt now. Yeah, and that was really nice. I saw those hands doing that nice little squeeze with your sponge, and I saw how Caspian responded to that. That was really nice. All right, so we are going to start working at our posting trot because our posting trot is what we are going to be performing most within our pattern. When we ask our horse to trot on, we can sit up nice and tall, shoulders back. We'll squeeze with our legs and we can use a vocal cue with a little cluck if we need to. Because we are doing a posting trot, you're going to be rising and falling with his front leg on the wall. So that right leg, as it moves forward, you're going to be rising up out of the tack. As it comes back down, you're going to be sitting back down. So whenever you're ready, bring those reins back, tighten the core, little half halt there, and then squeeze those legs upwards into that transition. That was really good with your hands there, asking him to come back to you. You're on the correct diagonal because I can see you're rising and falling with the leg on the wall. There you go. Remember your bend in this corner here. Little inside rein, little inside leg. There you go. Outside rein if he starts to blow through the shoulder. Nice consistency there. Remember not to break your hands over. You have a tendency to move your wrists instead of moving your hands back with your elbows. So try not to break your wrists over. It's going to give you better contact with the bit. There you go. And that was really pretty. As soon as you started using your elbows through that corner, he had a much better response in his timing with that as well. All right, we're going to do a change across our diagonal. So when you get to letter K, you're going to look across the arena to letter H. As you're going across the arena, I want you to focus on your straightness, even pressure in your reins. When you get to the middle of the arena, you're gonna sit 2 beats to change your diagonal. So here, 1, 2, up. Good job. That was a really nice double sit there. You're now on the correct diagonal, tracking this way. You're rising and falling with the leg on the wall. All right, and then let's see that bend here in this corner as well. A little inside leg, a little inside bend, there. All right, and he seems like he's kind of coming back to you and really listening to you, so I think this is a good time to practice our sitting jog. So when we sit our jog, we're gonna do that little half halt with bringing those reins back, tightening our core, asking him to come back to us a little, and we're going to keep our core engaged, and we're going to sit with those beats of the jog, going 1, 2, 1, 2, allowing our hips to move with that jog. There you go, little half halt there. If he starts going too quickly for you, ask him to come back to you. Bring those hands back, tighten that core there, that's lovely. And I really like that following seat that you're doing there as well. You're allowing your body to move with Caspian. You're not stiff, your core is staying engaged, allowing you not to bounce out of that seat. That's really nice. All right, you can go ahead and we can transition down to the walk. So you'll ask him to walk, bring your reins back, nice deep breath, transition downwards. That was a really nice deep breath down. I saw everything in you just kind of sink into that walk transition. All right. We are going to head and practice our canter, tracking this direction. To ask for our canter, you're going to use your outside leg back towards his hip. You're going to use your inside leg at the girth to encourage his body to pick up. And then you're going to bring those reins back, tighten the core just a little bit, again, to coil that spring before you release him. So whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and do our canter this direction. Smart decision there, bringing your reins, or shortening your reins, especially because Caspian has a little bit more energy today. I like that decision. That was a really good use of your inside leg, because I did see that he kind of thought about blowing through and coming to the inside. I can see that you're on the correct lead, because that inside front leg is reaching further and that outside hind leg is bringing him up and propelling him upwards. All right, whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and transition down into our posting trot. So bring those reins back, deep breath. Wonderful job picking up your correct diagonal, rising and falling with your leg on the wall. All right, let's practice our 2-loop serpentine. So at letter A, you're going to make a half circle through to letter E. Remember to focus on your bend here in this circle. Keeping those eyes up. When you get to E, you're going to make a straight line to letter B, changing your diagonal and allowing him to change his bend before tracking to letter M. Remember to keep that arc of your circle. There you go, you got a little straight on that arc of your circle there. So remember that around R should be your apex of your circle, or the top part of that curve. All right, tracking this direction, we're going to pick up our canter this way. So again, to pick up that canter, you're going to use that outside leg behind the girth, kind of towards his flank, and your inside leg at the girth. You can use your inside rein to pull him up. There you go. That was a really good use of that inside rein right there. I also saw that inside leg coming in, not allowing him to blow through you on the outside. He's got good propulsion there. Might need to shorten your reins ever so slightly, because I do see, there you go, because I did see you starting to bend those hands again, asking him to come back to you. There you go, little half halt here in that corner. See if you can let him come back to you just a little bit more, bringing those hands back, tighten the core, sit nice and deep, don't allow your shoulders to come forward, sit in your saddle. There it is, much better. I was starting to be able to see daylight underneath your hind end, and I shouldn't see that. There you go. Bring him back to you a little bit because he did break out of that. I want you to ask him into that canter again. I want it to be your idea. So get his attention again, bring those reins back. Outside leg, inside leg, push, kiss, canter. Wonderful job. All right, now when it is your decision, ask for that downwards transition into your trot. Bring those reins back, sit briefly, there you go. And now you can go, we'll cut across at letter H to letter F, and we can start our pattern. There you go, and if you would like to transition to your walk at letter F, bring those reins back, nice deep breath down, allow everything in you to sink. Beautiful, I love the way you came and you sat really nicely in that saddle. When you get to letter A here, you're going to whoa, bring those reins back, up nice and tall, say the word whoa. Beautiful, and that was nice and square with him as well. And I heard you say the words whoa, they were nice and quiet. Hi babes, just gonna check your tack real quick. We're still looking good. Bridle is still good. You're still sitting nice and centered. All right. Now we can go ahead and start our pattern. So you're going to ask Caspian to walk on, again sitting up nice and tall, even pressure in those reins and squeezing with your legs. Go ahead and ask him to walk on. Now just because he's walking right here doesn't mean that he can't bend through that corner. So inside rein, inside leg, supporting outside rein, ask for that bend. Lovely. When you get to letter E, you're going to pick up your posting trot. So equal pressure with your legs, rising and falling with the leg on the wall. Bring the reins back a little, engage the core. Very nice engagement of your core there. You're rising and falling with the leg on the wall. When you get to letter M, you're going to look across your diagonal to letter K. When you get to the center of the arena, I want you to remember to sit 2 beats to be able to change your diagonal so that you're rising and falling with the other leg on the wall. Lovely 2-beat sit right there. You're now rising and falling with this leg on the wall. When you get to letter A, bring those reins back, tighten the core, go down to your sitting trot. From letter F to letter H, you're going to change across the diagonal. Little half halt there if he starts getting too far forward. Good correction there. Focus on straightness across your diagonal. Even pressure in those reins. That's beautiful, Kirsten. That's a lovely collected trot for him right there. When you get to letter C, you're going to pick up your canter, outside leg, inside rein, pick him up, ask for that canter. Good canter transition there using that inside rein. When you get to letter A, we're going to do that 2-loop serpentine, and we're going to do it at the posting trot. So you're going to transition down here at A, start your posting trot. Good job picking up your correct diagonal. Remember that curve and that bend in your 2 loops. Straightness here as you change your diagonal and change your bend for your horse. And remember that apex of your circle should be at R there, and then you should be working off the rail a little bit more. Yeah, that was a good correction from earlier. You didn't stay on your rein there. All right, upwards transition. We were a little bit late. My apologies there. We're going to upwards transition into the canter. When you get to letter A, you're going to come down to your sitting trot, and we're going to perform a circle down here at A end on the sitting trot. There you go. Bring those reins back, tighten the core, ask him to come back to you a little bit. Remember that bend throughout this circle. Yeah, that was a good job getting him to come back to you using those reins. Inside leg for bend. There it is. There it is, wonderful. Okay, when you get to this long rail, you're going to do a few beats of sitting trot, then downwards transition to your walk, and you can turn into the center of the arena. I like that you're looking up in your direction, using your head there. All right, and you're gonna ask for a whoa here in the center. All right, now we're going to perform about 4 steps of back. So to do that, you're going to bring contact into your reins and pull them, or bring them back to your pocket a little bit. Look up between his ears and squeeze with your legs to bring that energy backwards. There you go. Once he gets to 4, release. Ask him to step forward. There you go, and whoa, one more time. All right, we are going to dismount. So to do that, you're gonna put your reins into your left hand. You're gonna take both feet out of your stirrups, lean forward, and you're gonna swing that right leg all the way up and over that cantle. Wonderful job not hitting him on the hind end, and thank you very much.